moby, cause that be natural. The infamous. I ain't looking tacky, cause I keep my game tactful. I'm so pretty, I'm so faboo, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoo, fucking these bitches like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Y'all just jersey on that cartoon and I'm still on top. Cause that be natural. Lady D. Ain't looking tacky, I keep my game tactful. Yo, yeah, I'm so nappy and moby, cause that be natural. The infamous. Ain't looking tacky, cause I keep my game tactful. I'm so pretty, I'm so faboo, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoo, fucking these bitches like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Y'all just jersey on that cartoon and I'm still on top. Cause that be natural. Lady D. Ain't looking tacky, I keep my game tactful. Yo, yeah, I'm so nappy and moby, cause that be natural. The infamous. Ain't looking tacky, cause I keep my game tactful. I'm so pretty, I'm so faboo, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoo, fucking these bitches like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Y'all just jersey on that cartoon and I'm still on top. Cause that be natural. Lady D. Ain't looking tacky, I keep my game tactful. Yo, yeah, I'm so. Alright guys, my bad. Welcome to the actual live. Today we're going to get into the second part of the whole who the F did I marry saga. This is the second part of the Legion interview. So we're about to find out what else Legion had to say. A lot of the subscribers or people who have been tuned in had questions and he got some answers, but I'm just gonna say that it still ain't making a lot of sense. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump right on in. Give me just a second to get past this commercial.
Who can come to your defense?
All right, you remember the phone call she used to make?
That part of it is kind of confusing though.
I don't care how he feels, but right about now, I'm saying no.
You had the accounts, the offshore accounts and everything.
No, she knew. She knew about it.
She knew about what?
I feel like we're beating a dead horse.
Again, Christopher James Rogers, he turned into what I never thought he would be, which is a bum. Emergency surgery for appendix, leg crushed, arm crushed. I cared about living, breathing.
So yeah guys, this is what we're about to get into. Let me fast forward through this part. And shout out to, what's this channel name? Simply Wavy.
Right, like That's simply what happened.
You mentioned that Elgin could interview. Is that still a possibility?
Right. Like at this moment, I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, he's busy like I'm busy. My brother Elgin is he's not, like I say, he's not my blood brother. He's a pastor. He cared enough to reach out. This man was busy every day. Still busy.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make
I hope this does not be full of commercials. But here we go. Simply Wavy, yes, Simply Wavy. Here we go.
So I reached out to him and asked him, and he said he would, but the thing is, it's got to be when he got time. Unfortunately, he had to stand in front of the congregation and answer questions about the same thing.
If you care about somebody, you build them up.
Somebody asked, what was your major in college?
Analytics.
Oop.
Jerome McCoy.
Who majored in analytics? Okay.
Did you graduate from there?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a degree?
Associate's degree, yes.
Like, do you have one that you have at your house?
It is in storage somewhere. I gotta look for it. We literally just moved. So like when I talked to you the other day, like I said, when we went on our mini vacation, we were in the midst of moving in here. Like the first time I did the video, like in the background, you can see the door open. Like we had boxes stacked behind because we literally just moved in.
Now, moved in where? Is this your house or is this your girlfriend's?
Oh, no, it's my house.
Okay.
We live together. We live together.
Did y'all see any boxes in the back? Because I didn't.
Like she got her own place, but she moved in here with me, but we live together. She subleased in her house, but we live here together. We live here.
Okay, so you can't show the degree. Do you have any picture, any like on campus, walking around with school bags, anything?
Somewhere. I gotta find it.
Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. We're gonna try to get all these pictures. It's not the explanations. We just need if you have pictures. That's the only thing. What about the housing? Like you said, you had an apartment in the house. Do you have any video of you in both of those locations, just moving in or something that you could show?
I don't have a video of me moving into the house. Like
just anything. You chilling, you eating chips, you watching TV, anything in those two locations.
I got pictures of me in the house with people that I know, like let's see, what is that? The charity that I used to work for. I got pictures of that because I did. I invited everybody over the house one day and we all just hung out after we all worked all weekend there.
Do you want to provide that?
First of all, I'm gonna ask the people who's in the pictures who they care.
No, we're gonna blur their faces out. We're not using nobody's face.
I know the key.
He a mess. Like really, who don't take a picture at their house? Especially if y'all at this house constantly 24/7, who have never taken a picture at their house unless you got co-workers over. He is too much.
Kids don't care, but I mean, like I said, some of the directors that I threw the party for might, but I know the kids don't care.
This is at the house, not the apartment.
Again, if you can, anybody who watched the video, please do me a favor. Y'all want to do research and look up everything, do this for me. If my main job is in Norcross, Georgia, and Duluth, Georgia is where the studio apartment is, that's where I went during the week because it's too far of a drive. And if you look out where Douglasville is, you look from the distance from Douglasville, Georgia to Norcross, Georgia, and you look at Atlanta traffic, then you tell me this makes sense. I stayed in Duluth during the week. The traffic in Atlanta, when I got off work at 5 o'clock,
I think people understand the story. They just want to see any type of, you know, evidence of everything.
Anybody will tell you this much. I am not the first person that was living in Atlanta that did this. There was a bunch of people doing this because
Traffic in Atlanta is horrible. Nothing. My driver's license had a Douglasville address. My tag for my car, Riverdale, Georgia versus Douglasville, Georgia. Ain't nobody giving up trying to live down in Clayton County. If you're a black man living in Clayton County, get out. So I live in Douglas County where it didn't matter the color of my skin. And it's a very nice house. Not to mention.
Now you did mention to me that Risa reached out to you, and you have some, you know, recordings of what she said. And can you explain what those were?
first it was someone claiming to be her agent, and I hung up on that person a couple times. And then they called back with her asking for me. And then it was, oh, well, I want you to collaborate the story with me so we can get paid. I'm like, so you want me to collaborate a lot?
Do you have?
Yeah, D-Man, the background, he's saying they just moved there. That looks very, like, old. It's giving this grandma house type vibes. And like you said, it could be a motel room, like that lampshade. I get what you're saying. But it's a lot of stuff hanging up in the background, like they been there a minute. It don't give, we just moved in.
Something you could show the where she called you?
Let's see. A lot of the numbers, they didn't have a name, and these are people just calling on her behalf.
Right.
So they don't, like I said, they didn't call me from a number that's in my phone.
Is there anybody you can call and verify that, hey, who is this? And they say, oh, this is Teresa's representative.
Other than her lawyer, no. And he.
I like how this interviewer dude, he ain't playing with a Miss Brown. And you could already tell on the last interview, he was not falling for none of that. So he really ain't having it today.
He ain't gonna do nothing to defame her, but again, like I said, I can ask, but that's a different situation.
Hey, Queen. Instead of focusing
Again, like I said, I can ask, but that's a different situation.
A lot of people are asking about the arena football. They mentioned that the arena football league has been shut down for years.
Because you got fans returning tickets because of this stuff with Teresa. I'm not going to stop another football player from eating. Arena football shut down. That doesn't mean the owners are going to stop making money. That means they transfer it over. You got people who transferred over to the XFL, the CFL, and you know they now join. Still same owner. Do your research. It's simple. You can the same arena football team that was in Austin is now an XFL team in Austin, and that's The Rock's favorite team as far as the XFL go right now because they joined. It's the same owner.
So we did the research.
What is that? What do that actually mean? XFL.
The arena football team in Austin is called the Austin Wranglers, with Doug McGregor being listed as the owner. According to the article, Doug also owned another arena team, the Georgia Force, both of which shut down prior to 2024. The XFL has 8 official teams listed, several being in Texas, but none in Austin. Houston's owner is listed as Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia. In fact, all 8 teams are owned by Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia, with no trace of Doug McGregor.
You go to their website and take a look. They have highlights from.
Ain't Dwayne Johnson The Rock?
Arena football, because the fact is it's the same owner. All he did was change the name of the team. That's it. They changed venue, still in the same.
Hey Nadia, shout out.
City. and I'll say this to anybody who's a football fan, if you don't know this, if a league shut down, it doesn't mean the owner going to surrender and say, oh, I guess I'm out of business. No, if there's another league that he can get into, he's going to do so. I understand some people as a football fan, you may not understand the ins and outs of how ownership works, but there's always another way that you can keep a fan base.
But they're no longer existing, so they wouldn't really matter to say the name because they're not even a team anymore.
The way I understand it and the way it works, if you sold somebody season tickets and you no longer, that league doesn't exist and you don't want to give their money back, but you take your organization to another league, you're going to honor those tickets. That's how that works.
We obviously aren't going to be able to get any pictures of San Diego State
about that,
football.
But that did not sound right. That sounded like a whole lot. Like, dude, what are you talking about? He ain't thinking this stuff through.
Or the Arena League. Can you show any football picture?
As part of their legal action, no.
So you can't show any football picture, not even you as a kid?
As far as my lawyer is concerned, not until we're finished with all of this.
Okay.
As far as your lawyer concerned, like, your lawyer do not have anything to do with your toddler pee-wee football pictures. Like, dude, really?
You have the people at San Diego State pushing, like, I think I said this to sister-in-law yesterday. We were talking. You got the whole thing with TikTok going on. Like, they want to get rid of TikTok. One of the reasons they want to get
right, D-Man. This ain't even the movie. This is an interview for YouTube. So half of the people who go into these games at the arena or the XFL or whatever, they don't know nothing about this interview.
rid of TikTok because of stuff like this. Like this type of stuff. Me, I could care less. Like I said, I'm not on it. I think I might glaze through it every once in a while because you don't have to have a membership to watch the funny videos. That's the most I've ever seen on there. And I didn't, like I said, someone called me and said, hey, she making this how I knew anything about the videos.
So you saying TikTok is facing ban because people are posting their stories?
Hi, we're visible.
Yeah, he running out. Real bad. Hold on, y'all.
It's more to it than what I understand. But I mean, for me personally, watching people pretend to be me, watching her story, watching people give their take on it, freedom of speech, I'm not mad at that. I just think that, or the way I look at it with my dad, you say it's two sides of the story. So you listen to her, and you got a lot of women who something.
People have.
So he really feel like TikTok is being banned because of this situation between him and his ex-wife. Like, dude.
Obviously pulled court records and stuff, and they said they've seen the impersonating officer and being sentenced to a week in jail.
Yeah, when I got that cleared up, I ended up having to go to court 3 days in a row. Because for 2 days he didn't want to come. His friend Frank made him come the third day. And then that was the deal with him. And they let him slide because he was ex-military.
How is he going to week in jail with your ID?
You better ask some people.
So they let you slide when you ex-military and you blick? No.
Georgia, a friend of mine that used my license, and he had to do weekend jail, not me, but that stuff, because he had to prove that to his job that I can't work weekends and I'm in weekend jail. That's it.
The thing is, you said he has the receipts to show to his employer to know, like, hey, I'm going to weekend jail. I'm doing everything right. how would his employer be able to verify that with your ID and your name on the weekend receipts?
The only thing I know, I think they gave him.
See, that's what I was saying. Like, how this dude go to jail on your ID, and they made our receipts under your name. So it's like, that's the same thing I was thinking. Like, now you know this ain't making sense.
Him off so that he could do the weekend stuff. How that worked out, the captain ain't gonna tell y'all, so I have no idea. And again, I have no idea, so I can't tell you. All I know is they worked it out with him where he could get off and be there for that part of it, and that was the end of it for me. When I went to go check my record to make sure that was off, it was off, and I didn't think nothing else about it after that.
But why would he use your ID though? That's the part that I'm not understanding.
Because in my car, what I used to do, which I had to stop doing, is because in Atlanta, if you black and you ride around, you need to make sure you got your license with you all the time. Sometimes I jump up, I run out, run to work, run back, whatever. But my job, you need to have your ID with you to get into the facility. Whatever your driver's license is, it goes with your company ID. They have to be tagged. So for me, I would leave them in the car. He used my car. He got in trouble.
Okay, so they pulled him over and he showed them your ID.
Pretty much. And they gave him a ticket, is what
So-
I understand. So when they gave him a ticket, they let him go. Whatever happened after that, the only thing I know is I got a letter in the mail saying, hey, I failed to appear in court. When I went down, because a company lawyer was like, hey, you gotta go and turn yourself in, find out what's going on. As soon as I got down, I didn't have to do nothing because the officer said, that's not the guy that I stopped.
But it's the guy on the ID.
We look alike. We're brothers. A friend of mine.
Now all of a sudden y'all brothers. And you can tell when this dude lying real hard, because he starts being slurish with his words. Like, what?
That used my license. A friend of mine that used my license, and he had to do weekend jail, not me.
Okay.
But like I said, he said that's not the guy I stopped. And I asked the officer while we were down there, who did you stop? And he was like, well, somebody was driving your car. And I asked him where he got the ID from. They went over everything with me. He pulled it from the side door. And I was like, okay, so that's where I keep everything.
That part of it is kind of confusing though, because
it's confusing. It's confusing to me. And like, again, I can't tell you what they went and did. You got to get the captain on and let him tell you, because I don't know. The only thing that happened after that was I went to court a couple days later. They threw it out for me and they took it off. And that was the end of it. I didn't hear anything else about it until he called me and said, hey, bro, I need to ride for weekend jail.
And then he explained to you, hey, look, I got pulled over in your car. So I just want to go over the story real quick.
I knew that already. He didn't explain anything. All I did was pick him up. We were already really not speaking to each other because my father had been passed. I dropped him off where he asked me to.
So basically what you're saying, your brother took your car, got pulled over, gave them your ID because it was already in the car. The officer issued a court appearance.
They gave him a ticket.
He didn't pay it and didn't go to court because obviously you didn't go to court because it wasn't your ticket.
And I didn't know about it.
The officer did not know that this wasn't this man's ID because y'all look so similar.
I didn't.
A short drive from Houston.
Running out. He running out.
Until my job did periodic background checks on everybody that works there. So it came up that I had a warrant, and I'm like, for what? Unpaid ticket. I'm like, where? So at that point, instead of going and turning myself in, I went to the company lawyer. I asked him, how do I rectify this? Because I wasn't where this was. He said,
right, Nadia, and the fact that when you go to jail, they finna get your fingerprint, and your fingerprint is going to reveal your identity. So how did you end up How did your brother end up with receipts from weekend jail still in your name when they knew his identity when they did the fingerprints? Like, dude, are you dumb or slow?
Did anyone borrow your car? He's the only person I let use my car. So again, when I asked him about it, he told me he didn't know anything about it. So then the company lawyer said the best thing for you to do is you have to go down there. He went down there with me. When we went down there, again, we were sitting on a bench. We waited for the officer that was on the ticket, and he said, that's not the guy that I stopped.
Got you. Because people are also mentioning in the officer story was on your background check.
That's his record, not mine.
Now explain, was he using your ID to
What I found out is that he used my ID for a lot of stuff. And I'm still not aware of everything.
So now the friend used your ID for a lot of stuff, but then already went to jail using your ID. So, yes.
But again, all I did and what the lawyer did was he cleared up who was actually using it. Because the address that I guess that charge was, I never lived there. Never even close to there.
So he was using your ID to do, like, whenever he got in trouble, he would present them the ID.
I have no idea. Again, Christopher James Rogers, don't ask me to explain what he think about, because I don't know.
As far as the like the impersonating the officer story,
that's something she got. That's something that happened with D, and she.
Right, D man. Somebody doing all this to you. Now y'all brothers. Yeah.
Just used that. Again, Christopher James Rogers, when I asked him about it, he denied it, and then he thought it was funny, and he was like, if I did, it don't matter now because you got it cleared up. My brother Michael has tried to build a relationship with him. I'm a little bit of a colder soul when it comes to that, because at the funeral, he showed his ASS, and for me, I was done with it. I ain't gonna say it's a jealousy thing or nothing like that. Christopher's issue is he don't take responsibility for nothing he do, and it's good to put it on me and his brother Michael. That's what that's easy to say we did something wrong. We idolized this dude.
Now who is Michael again?
We thought he was the coolest thing ever. This is a dude who been to George Jr. locked up for doing dumb stuff in high school. We still idolized him. He had a military career. He screwed that up because he couldn't keep it in his pants, and we still idolize this dude. Me, I ain't got no problem telling.
And this explains this how? What do he got to do with this situation? That's what I don't like about this dude. He go all off in left field talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the situation at hand.
Anybody, the world, the captain, Christopher James Rogers, I stopped dealing with him because to me, he turned into what I never thought he would be, which is a bum.
You don't still keep in contact.
So yeah, he said at the beginning he leave the license in the door. If they brothers, the line runs in the family, right? It might be somebody he met at that crazy facility. That's what I'm thinking.
Contact with the guy and the lady who Teresa was cheating with?
The last time I spoke to either one of them, they were on vacation and they went to Atlantic City, and they both reached out to me because in a new relationship, and they were telling me their progress. They got a baby, and their marriage was doing good. You know, they reached out when it first happened. How you feeling? And they were trying to gauge my feelings, and I was just like,
can y'all hear that girlfriend just talking in the background? It's like she on the phone or something. She not really giving a fat rat's patootie that this man is in the middle of an interview that he got to put on the internet for millions to see. The nerve.
I'm trying not to pay it any attention, but like I said, when I visit my family, that's when I had to, wanted to say something.
Yeah, let's talk to them and see if we can get them on there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he ain't gonna say that. His wife probably will. For him, I think revisiting that, I guess, and because he married still with his wife. I think for him, it's a tough one. For her, I ain't trying to be mean. She just don't care. She don't care.
Well, if she don't care, I would love for you to reach out to her.
I can shoot her a text, but like I said, that don't mean she don't.
See, that interview is not playing with him today. Like, we'd love for you to reach out to us, and she don't care. So get on the phone, dude. We need receipts, please.
No, she said she's working right now. Can't talk right now. Working right now. Yeah, so
tell her
you on a national interview. And as much as everybody want clout, she can't sneak to the bathroom and go on, get on this call for you.
Even if she could not get on the phone and send like an audio message confirming it, that's all she would have to do.
Did you know that you can get paid?
Yeah, he over talking. He don't even let Nadia said responded to that fast. Hold on. But yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm not going to keep bothering about it because we all spoke about this. Like I said, her husband, my girlfriend, sister-in-law, but not to mention Kima, her roommate. Like we all got together. We all had to sit down and game plan this situation.
Someone said, "How did you go to college late? Because your family couldn't afford it, but you also got a Cadillac as a graduation present."
Now we ain't have a whole bunch of money growing up, but everybody in my household, when you
hold on, y'all. Remember when I questioned this too? I was like, but he went to college late and they still let him in the arena football? Like, you was already old.
graduated from high school, you got a car. You was when you graduated and you put the cap and gown on, you was pulling up to your graduation. My first car was a Cadillac, a Fleetwood Cadillac.
First of all, I ain't get no car for graduation. I bust my butt off that summer and 2 summers before and bought my own first car. Cadillacs was my dad's thing. I ain't have a Cadillac. My dad drove 2 of them. I used his car from time to time, but no, I ain't get no daggone Cadillac.
See how this interviewer caught him in that lie too about the Cadillac? Now I'm wondering now, what's the Jordan story real lie? Y'all daddy used to keep y'all out of school to go get the newest, freshest Jordans that hit the scene so y'all can go up in the school late with the new Jordans on. These people be capping in for what? Is my question.
I wish. But I wouldn't even drive a Cadillac if they gave me one. I hate those. And on top of that, when I went to school with no car. I didn't get the car.
Now, didn't he just say he drove his daddy Cadillac from time to time? Now he wouldn't drive them? Like, dude, you can't even keep the lie together for a sentence. I don't see how Risa Tisa dealt with this man. I don't see how she was swindled, bamboozled, none of that. Like,
until after freshman year. My parents didn't have money to send me to school because Christopher was already kicked out the Air Force by then, and they were paying off his debt. I went to college on me alone. My scholarship, my hard work. I didn't go to college late. I graduated in 97. I went to college that August, 97. I graduated 2001.
They're asking if the guy that you...
So he went to college in 97 and he graduated in 97. So how was you late going to college? Right, D man, like, dude, what? Let's keep going.
Switch phones with could come forward about that story.
I have not talked to James in years. I don't even know how to contact him. No, I think he actually a friend of mine on Facebook. I think he's still a friend of mine on Facebook. James, yeah, I think he is. But I haven't physically spoken to him.
You said that the phones, she had the codes to your phone?
We can't lock the company phone. We're not.
Okay, because you said you can't lock the company phone, but then you said.
Well, D-Man, I don't know if he graduated college in exactly 4 years, because most associates degrees don't take but 2. However, I haven't really looked up analytics. So I'm not for sure. But we'll find out. But we know he done, so ain't no use of research.
She had the codes to one of your phone. That was just you misspeaking.
My personal phone, yeah. I get home, she tell me I went through the phone or whatever, because we weren't allowed to lock those phones either. The nature of my job, I had to have 2 phones. Simple as that. She had a password to both of them.
Okay.
That's my wife. Why would I don't lock nothing. My girlfriend got the code to my phone now. The number one thing that guys do is, and I know it's probably stereotyping, but they be like, oh, my girlfriend ain't getting the password to my phone. Oh, she got the password to my phone. She go in there anytime she wants to.
Question is, you said that Egypt lives in St. Louis.
But yeah, so if he graduated college on time, then why did he need to go to arena football? I thought that was for the ones who was older or maybe got hurt in the league or something like that, and then you can go to arena once you recover. Like, if you graduated on time, you went to college straight out of high school. Look, I'm getting a headache trying to figure out the pets alive.
But she's in school in Duluth, Georgia.
Her mother is from St. Louis. They periodically go back for holiday. She goes to school, Duluth High School, and that information I didn't give you. So again, that was to protect her.
So y'all do remember when he was talking about the girl Egypt, I think, and he was saying she goes to school in Atlanta. So now he's saying the mama and the daughter is from St. Louis, live in St. Louis. Like, what is she doing down in Georgia going to school? Like, now he really not making no sense. Now, this is from the last interview when he was talking about Egypt, y'all.
Her, so she don't have to go to school and deal with the Risa Tisa foolishness. And I was just doing something nice, and they were in St. Louis at the time, so the only way she could get them is if I mailed them to her. I'm not going to advertise her mom online or talk about. I mean, she graduated from high school this year from Duluth High School. The movie What's Love Got to Do with It came out. I
See, graduated from Duluth High School. That's in Georgia. So why did you have to mail her the shoes? Like, oh, okay. So you actually can go to the arena straight out of college instead of going to the NFL. But I also knew football players who went to the NFL and went to the arena too, like the Canadian League. Like, some of the dudes that I went to scuba with ended up going to the Canadian League after being hurt. So that's why I was just thinking, like, you got to be older or you have to have gotten hurt or something. I don't know. You can go straight to the arena right out of college. But I don't know that much about it, no way. And this dude is confusing people about the situation too. And then you saying he probably wasn't good enough for the league, but he said even with getting in the arena, he still was sitting on the bench. So what did...
I love Tina Turner, Angela Bassett. I think she did a marvelous job. But you got to understand something. Nobody ever asked Ike Turner It didn't happen. They just decided. Now it took what 25, 30 years later for Tina Turner herself to come out and say, well, we embellished a lot of that for the movie, but that was okay because everybody demonized Ike for what 20 years to get online. And I talked to her mom for 3 hours.
So, Nadia, you said Dallin was going to play arena and they have trials for the CFL on the 29th. So, what is his reasoning, or how did he end up going to the arena or CFL? So, if you can explain, because you probably know a little bit more than I do about this, and is it possible for this man to be actually speaking some facts or not?
You talking about rent? Alexa, turn on living room.
I am definitely confused about that part. What in the world is going on now? Let me get past this commercial, y'all.
Uh-oh. Alexa, turn on living room.
So the people that are in the house right now, right? You just said sister-in-law. Is that somebody that's close with your family?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
Nah, the light didn't go out. You know what? That girlfriend is probably trying to make it seem like they having like technical difficulties because she tired of hearing him lying in this living room.
Yeah.
Does she know about like any medication or anything like that?
Any medication I take medication for pain if the limbs hurt from the accident. Other than that, no.
So no sign, like no mental medication.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this: do I take any antipsychotic medicine?
No. Sorry.
No, you start laughing. I mean, I'm just saying. Anybody want to? Do I take anything? Am I crazy? Anybody think I'm nuts in this house? But for real though, like other than crazy about your sister, but.
So hold on, Nadia. So since you have to set up tryouts and then be scouted, why would they scout someone or even have them trying out if all they gonna do is sit on the bench? So I'm confused about that part with this dude. Like, why would I have you coming to try out and do all this if I know you just going on the bench? And if I'm scouting you, that means I've been watching you play. So I don't get it.
Am I nuts? The only person make me nuts in this house is Max. That's the dog.
Well, I'm just asking about the medication.
I'm saying, so any no, you watch me pop my stuff in the morning time. Anything? Am I different?
I'm going to say this once and once only.
Here, hold on. There you go. Put that in your ear, in your little tiny ear.
And this is the girlfriend. This is your girlfriend.
Yep, it is.
Hello. I don't even know how to begin this. I really just feel like this is a waste of time because people want to say whatever they want to say. They're going to feel the way they want to feel. And I just really believe that it's just not even worth it. It's just really enough. Enough is enough. It's a done deal.
Let me ask you a question.
He's not psychotic. He's not bipolar. He's none of the stuff that is being said right now. Me personally, I had enough of it. I'm going to give you back to
Let me ask you something before you just I'm sorry, because I know you want nothing to do with this really, and it aggravates you to death. But
Damn it.
I want to say this so people can hear this. So they always say my favorite one is that I'm a narcissist. I don't believe I'm wrong.
She just tired of hearing all these lies. She really is. And she knows she haven't seen no degrees, diplomas, no pictures from him playing any type of football whatsoever. And she knows that no movie production, no agents, no lawyers, none of that has called this man. She been sitting right there unless he be fooling her like he did Risa Tisa, like he be talking to people and don't.
What do I always say to you about?
You're always wrong.
Hey, I mean, you're the one that's right. I'm wrong all the time.
Wrong all the time.
I just shut up at the point. I'm wrong all the time. You know, I don't say nothing.
Now, do we really believe he be shutting up? Because I don't.
I fall behind Max and who right. Max probably right more than me. But like the people, like I said, the reason I say that, I'm sorry, but the reason I say that is because she will have you believe that this person that she talking about and that person don't exist.
We haven't seen him.
I've never seen him.
And these two people, they're around me all the time. I love my sister to death. My sister-in-law, because she always she like the leader of the pack for us, because she over here laughing, but she's a lot smarter than I am.
That sister-in-law tickled because she's like, this dude is straight comedy, and secondly, that's not your sister. You not married to this girl, whoever she is, that won't get on this camera. But yeah, mind you, this sister-in-law is also the FBI.
So when all the situation got started, she was the person kind of gave me an idea, well, how you want to handle this, how you want to go about this. So when I look online, sometimes it's funny to me, but when I hear somebody say, she say, oh, he's a narcissist. Oh, where? And I'm always wrong.
The only thing I need from you is if you can provide any type of pictures for the house, that wheelchair, and some school pictures you said.
No. Off of that. Your page public?
No, it's private. I made it private. The minute them women started hitting me up.
And then a lot of them are asking about a lie detector test.
But see, that's my point.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'll say.
Why are we answering questions for them? They're curious. They can be curious all they want. He should be giving those people who should be asking for photos about him being in a wheelchair or anything like that is the freaking lawyers, not them. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, they know it already. They got a medical record.
I know that, but my point is that to me, the public, all they're going to do is just demonize it even more, like they did the first video. If you feed a monster, the monster.
Wait a minute, what woman was hitting him up? The reason why he had to make his page private? Like, this woman did 50 what do you call them, like chapters of the foolishness you put her through, and women was on the prowl to get you. Like, I don't believe that either. Not for a second. And if this was one of the women that was trying to get at you that's talking, then why she won't show her face? She should be proud that she with you.
Will grow. That's pretty much where I'm going at with it. I feel like we're beating a dead horse. But to put a photo of you being in a wheelchair, come on. Why? What's the reason? Because that's not what he's saying is not a good reason for me. So I don't care how he feels, but right about now, I'm saying no.
Hello?
Yeah, I feel you, Nadia. I feel the same way. But it's like at this point, it seems like she feeling like she don't know what to believe, and it's kind of got her in a messed up situation. It's like, are they telling the truth on him? And it's like she probably looking at the fact that some of the same things is probably happening in their relationship, and she trying to stick beside him, but he making it very difficult. And you can just hear it in her voice. It's like she pissed off. And the anger really at him. It's not at the people. It's at him. So let's continue.
If you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get this off of here.
I'm in the middle of doing. I was just talking about you. Actually, I was in the middle of doing this Zoom meeting talking about Teresa's foolishness.
I mean, if he wants to speak to me, that's fine.
Can you hear her?
Yeah. Who is that?
This is the lady that took care of me when I was in the car accident. That was kind of around when she was making these phone calls. Teresa was. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I took care of him, including cussing people out in the rehab center when they wasn't doing right by him. You know what I mean? I, made sure that they were taking care of him because when I couldn't. And we got squared away. Brothers walking. I'm happy as hell. I'm happy as hell. Yeah, she was calling, telling him some stupid shit that had me cuss her out a couple times because she talking about, oh, I wish you'd have died in the hospital, this, that, and the third, all this other bullshit. So yeah, she is a bitter, evil little thing, and she's gonna burn in hell. But hey,
She was calling you, talking about him.
Yeah, she would call my phone, and then, like I said, I was in a wheelchair, so sometimes I can't answer the phone, and then she would answer.
How long since they were dating did she call and wish all those things about him?
It was all we were done like a year.
but I feel like you're being super nice to her. She deserves to get punched in the throat.
I mean, it's like it goes like this. Like she says, like in her story, she says that she was looking for me or whatever the case may be. I was already going through like rehab, like getting to walk again, and only thing she called to say is, first she called me and said, "Hey, I want you back," and then when I wasn't with that, that's when I hope you die.
That's good.
So anytime like we.
So he didn't remember all this on the first interview? Like somebody saying they hope you go to the upper room. You didn't mention this at all in the first interview. That would have been one of the first things I said. This woman wished, death on me. But second interview, you remember. And then thirdly, who is this person on the phone? Like, is that the lady who was too busy to talk that you tried to call earlier? Or is this somebody, girlfriend text or girlfriend sister? Because we don't hear the two women in the background no more. The FBI, the sister lady. Did she hop on her phone and call you? Like, what's going on here?
We had a situation where we went out one day and I was having a horrible day getting in and out of the car. It was snowing outside. And I know you remember that day because that's the day, Kima, you was really on it. And she just wouldn't get off the phone. She kept calling. She called me like 30 times. So you just explain to him the day that she called when you took the phone from me.
Well, actually, it happened twice. Not that my memory's working, but on this particular day, he wasn't feeling the greatest. I was trying to do stuff to get him out of his funk, just to get him out of the house and kind of give him a different lease on life because I suffer from depression myself, so I know it's hard. I know what it looks like. So I'm trying to get him together to get him in the car, and she won't get off the phone. But she's not saying anything worth saying. She's saying the same she's been saying, and he's just telling her, "Look, I don't want to talk about this. I want to get off the phone. I want to get off the phone." And bless his heart, he didn't hang up because I sure did. Because I told her, I said, "You are a conniving little bitch. This man is in a wheelchair because of you. Everything that's going on right now, you did it. So why the fuck are you, trying to make his trying to exacerbate what you've already done? The deal is done. The deed is over. Get over it." And I hung up the phone, and I don't care, and I'll do it again.
Ask her, to her knowledge, why did y'all break up?
Do you know why do you remember why we broke up? Why I stopped dealing with Teresa?
Hold on. Brain is working. Damn.
She got to look through them notes.
Pretty much.
I'm a therapist who goes to therapy, and some people
My brain is telling me it was with a friend of yours.
He was sort of a friend. He was her friend, but I knew him because he used to come to the house all the time. So he worked with her. That was Mr. Black Charger, the one that called that day when his wife wanted to know should she take him back.
Did she ever hear anything like that? Did she ever?
So he called that day. His wife wanted to take him back. What?
Hear the guy call?
Yeah, she was there. Like, I was on the phone with him when he called. Like, he was on speaker. She heard bits and pieces of the conversation. You remember the day I talked to the guy when he was trying to apologize for them two screwing?
I didn't hear the whole conversation because I kept walking in and out of the room. I don't like eavesdrop on people's conversations.
See, old girl, she didn't know he was gonna be doing all this ad-libbing, so she gotta joggle her memory, and it's like, you know what, this ain't in the notes, it wasn't in the script. So, and then with this whole Black Charger situation, D-Man, it's like, wait, I'm confused about that, because her story was he was lying like a Black Charger was over there. His story was she was cheating with somebody who drove a Black Charger from her job. And then the wife of that man was, you know, they sat in the car, and then she told him that they had been messing around and she was going to go over there and catch them together. So you mean to tell me the man who was sleeping with your wife called you when his wife was trying to get him back? And I kind of don't believe that Teresa was calling him no 30 times in one day, because at the end of the day, it's like, she found out that you were using Google Photos, fooling her about these houses and trips, and Google Photos for the bank account statements. I don't see her calling you back. And then to top it all off, you was peeing in Gatorade bottles. Like, I don't think Teresa wanted you, especially not at that point, to be calling you no 30 times. And why your friend is saying that she only remembered twice. How do 30 turn to twice?
That's not what I do. He was trying to apologize and, trying to get Jay to call his wife and take him back. Or some it's dumb either way. But what the hell was Jay gonna say? At the end of the day, you did what you did with his wife, so y'all can both burn in hell. And that's how I felt. What?
So he started messing with the dude's wife too? Like, why y'all leave that out of the last interview? Supposedly.
What's been going on for me is that my friends who were privy to my association with Jay are calling me still because they keep seeing all this stuff on social media, YouTube. They're sending me clips of different videos and whatnot. I finally cussed a few people out just yesterday. But yeah, my friends and people that love and care about me are calling me like, don't trust this dude, stay away from him. I know you know what I'm saying, you're a caring person and he took advantage of you. They're telling me that, Risa Tisa is online talking about how he was never in no hospital. She ain't hit him with no car, that he ruined her life and all this other stuff. And then that there's, other women trying to join into the fray to gain the sympathy credit. So yeah.
But was I actually in the hospital, wheelchair, all that rehab?
Man, this man was I don't know how deep he wants me to go, but I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
I had to wipe his like when he couldn't get up.
Listen, he telling her to go ahead. He like, I want to hear too, because we making this up as we go. So let's get it. Let's go.
To make it to the bed, I had to clean him. I had to change the bed. I had to lift his big up and down, out of the house, down the steps, into the car, out of the car, wheelchair and all.
This is why we were going through the divorce. Like, this is why we were going through all that.
I seen the hospital papers. Can't nobody tell me he wasn't in no hospital. Can't nobody tell me he wasn't crippled. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna sit.
So this random lady was wiping his butt, lifting him up, all of that.
Here and do what the hell he went through and what I had to deal with.
Did she know you prior to you in that condition?
No, I met him December, not this past December, December before on Facebook dating, and he.
See, a random woman that didn't know anything about this man. She cleaning butts, she lifting him up, down. Really? This must have been Peaches.
He, quickly disclosed, look, I'm in a wheelchair, this, that, and the third. And
right,
he
Nadia.
wouldn't even get on video chat with me after a while. But as he kept telling me his story, I finally convinced him.
So he talking to his ex boo thing right here in front of his new boo thing. Because this woman clearly said she met him on Facebook dating. And what Risa Tisa say? He was meeting these streetwalkers on Facebook. Giving him their prices. So is this Peaches we listening to? And you right, Nadia, he paid her. He paid her 40, 60, or $80.
To get on video chat with me so I could see for myself. And everything he said was real. The man was in a wheelchair living with a crackhead, with a broad that kept coming over and they was cussing and fighting.
So he was living with a crackhead too? Okay, sis. She telling it all, baby.
And all other, there was no way for him to heal in that type of environment. So me being the human that I am, and I just went, I said, I'm coming to get you.
I don't think I cussed her out not once. I don't think I used not one, no profanity towards her. Because at the time, like I said, I was trying to heal. Like, first of all.
So with all that money he said he had, why was he living with a crackhead who was fussing and fighting over him? He couldn't heal properly. Like, dude, where were you? For real. You letting old girl talk and she telling it, baby. Something ain't adding up.
You come home, you see your wife cheating. And you try to fix it, you can't fix it. Then you're in an accident while you trying to figure out what you're going to do, how does this divorce going to work. And then this whole time I'm going through recovery. Yeah, she calling, looking for me, like until I got the phone cut off. Finally, that's when everything stopped. Finally.
So yesterday, man, this is edited because Simply Wavy did have to piece this together. And probably, he had to bleep out the lady, using profanity. So yeah, he edited it. But I'm sure he left in the parts we needed to hear. Let's pause and read, y'all. Who is Omar? My bad, y'all. Y'all can't even see it. But she is talking to somebody named Omar, who is supposedly someone who worked with hold on, y'all. D-Man. Let me take a brief intermission. But I can hide my picture. Hold on. It's not on mute, y'all. I just have it paused because I was trying to move, Snoopy. I was trying to give y'all a minute to see it, but I didn't know y'all can see it. I was busy reading it. So I was trying to explain what was going on. She's talking via text message or maybe Facebook to someone named Omar. And she's trying to figure out whether Omar is a friend who used to work with him, and Omar is trying to figure out if she's a family member. But he's saying he haven't talked to this man in a while, like since February or March. And she asking did they used to work together or whatever like that. And he's saying, I think he said no. But it was showing the name of, I guess, the condiment company, Crystal something. Okay, let me try to rewind it in. And it's not on mute. I had just paused it, so I'm going on mute for a second.
That's when everything stopped. Finally.
So right here it's saying hi. And then it says, hello, Omar. I'm Teresa McCoy, Jerome's wife. Y'all know that's Legion real name. I realize this is a random question, but have you spoken to Jerome recently? I got a call that no one has spoken to him in a few days, and he has told me that you two are friends, so I figured I would simply ask if maybe you have spoken to him. Then Omar apparently responded. It says, Shalom, Teresa. No, I have not talked to Jerome on the phone since maybe February or March of this year. I hope everything is okay with him. And then it says underneath, you can now message and call each other and see info like active status and when you blank messages. Then she said, didn't you two work together at Diamond Crystal? Was that not true? So Omar replies with some kind of link. I don't know what that was about, but he copied and pasted a link for her. She says, Omar, ... Is there a reason you keep sending me random articles? And as for Jerome, you literally just told me all the reasons you stopped talking / dealing with him. And now you are saying he's a good man. Not to mention you blank asked me to. And then something, I guess, stop writing you. And then she said, just wanted to know, Oh, he said, just wanted to know, no hard feelings. And because you seem to be a family member, and I hope my buddy is okay. That's all. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom. And she said, seem to be a family member. Like, what? I'm still his wife. I wish you understood how hard this is for me to ask people like you to please tell me the truth, since I have found out he lied to me every single day we were together. God, the man called you one of his best friends, and now I find something you haven't spoken in over a year. Did you know your buddy is missing? He says he was like a friend, so I'm shocked to know he's missing. So this is Gina? Y'all still in Duluth? Or this is a lady who he was with before, Gina, and he has a daughter by you that is older, that Gina's oldest, which he only found out about in 2019. I actually ran into this dude named Marcus something this week. He had worked with and something at Southern Thrift something. Like, what? So it says Teresa M. Johnson created this group. You're not connected to 5 members. It said, Teresa, I realized I have reached out to each of you regarding Jay's whereabouts. And it says, I realized I have reached out to each of you regarding Jay's whereabouts. I wanted to let you know he was found. He has been in the hospital in Augusta. That's all I have right now. If you hear from him, it's because he did not have his phone with him. Sorry to have bothered you all with all of this. This has all been way too much, to be honest, but thank you for your kindness towards me.
It's simple. We were good. She cheated. I tried to deal with it. I couldn't, and I walked away. That's simply what happened. Ended up.
You calling it an accident? It wasn't no damn accident. She ran you over.
Well, that's a whole nother story. Never had an injury with knees at all until I was in a car accident, and that was after.
So did y'all just hear that lady said that Teresa ran him over and it wasn't no accident?
After her and I were divorced.
Say that part?
The reason I was in an accident is Teresa's fault.
To her knowledge, what happened?
You want to tell him what happened? I don't even like talking about it. So basically, she came to
get her shit. She came to get some of her. You want to tell her?
Well, I came to get my stuff. I came to get stuff out of her house to take home to mine. And when I was in the driveway, she decided to back over me with my vehicle.
What was you didn't
press charges? You can't press charges. You unconscious, my.
So this interview, Simply Wavy, is like, dude, really? And I'm like, dude, really? You failed to mention that in the first part too. So this woman ran you all the way over, and you didn't want to tell us about that?
I woke up at Grady Memorial.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company that...
So yeah, he just keep failing to mention stuff. And this is something so tragic and detrimental that you almost could have went to the upper room and you didn't think to tell us that till now?
So didn't y'all have a ring camera from the?
I woke up with a crushed pelvis, emergency surgery for appendix, leg crushed, arm crushed. We talking about jaw wired shut, pins in my arm, pins in my knee, torn ACL on the other side. You talking about when all this happened? Yeah, Jerome could have jumped online and started telling people all this. I ain't do all that. Because why? I'm fighting for my life. Two, while that's going on, yeah, she spent time looking for me in Atlanta, running around. She wasn't worried at all. This is, oh, he got a girlfriend now and he happy.
So if she ran you over, why would she need to look for you? She would have known exactly where you were with your broken arm, broken leg, torn ACL, broken appendix.
And I'm bitter, I'm mad. And once the videos took off, I'm gonna use this and get fame.
Man, you know good and well he was cheating. The girl on the phone just admitted to him meeting her on the Facebook dating. I didn't even know it was a Facebook dating.
But let's go back to that story though, because like I'm confused because
she did. She got famous. She got money. She took trips to Paris. Got a BMW. Like she did.
I always say the same thing. Don't let the face fool you. When you look at her and you say, "Oh, you feel bad for her," you feel, and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it, but I'm saying, well, you feel bad for a demon. Is what you feel bad for. The person that she making me out to be, that's her. What's the growth they say? The greatest lie the devil ever told.
Let's go back to the hospital though, because I'm trying to figure out, you didn't never think to bring up, bring that up to the police or anything? Like she worked for the police, didn't she?
I was out for weeks.
Somebody look up Grady Memorial. Let's see what actual state and city this hospital is located in.
Like I wake up, they explain another surgery. I'm sorry. When the police got involved, again, what can they do at this point? Yeah, they asked her questions. Did she say she didn't do it? Yeah, she did. Who was out there other than the ambulance driver? I was on the ground.
In her story, she said
and I'm definitely not buying the jaw wire shut. I'm not buying that because she said you had got skin teeth and now you are ballooned up, fella. We not buying the jaw wire shut either.
Neighbor had a ring camera. And that's how they figured out that.
Okay, well, why the neighbor didn't? Why did she get a fit footage from the video from the neighbor saying that none of this happened? Again, I always look at that. The neighbor that she talking about, that woman never dealt with her. She didn't like her.
Okay, but her hitting you though is and putting you in the hospital. That's kind of different. They're gonna do an investigation on that.
They can do that. That's on them. I couldn't do anything. I was out. When I woke up, by the time I found out the level of the surgery that I needed and what had to happen, that's what I was focused on.
So you didn't care about getting no compensation back from her hitting you or nothing?
I cared about living, breathing. I got
fair
told,
use, guys.
hey, it's a
fair
slim
use.
chance you gonna walk again, brother. So let's see what you focus on. You focus on your cheating, lying ex-wife, or do you focus on maybe I might not be able to walk again and I might have to live my life in a wheelchair?
Well, two can be true. I would simultaneously be worried about the main part is walking, but
unfortunately at the time, my concern was, what am I going to do if I cannot walk again?
And that would give me personally vengeance to where I would say, we need to make sure the person that did this is,
again, trying to survive is more of a motivation than getting revenge.
Right,
if I wanted revenge, I could have got on here and I could have said all this and went back. I'm not seeking that. My life is quiet and I like it that way. The only part that's disruption is I got to go online and I got to hear her tell a whole story and make herself sound like a victim for you.
Well, if you liked your life quiet, then you could have stayed in the bushes. You didn't have to come forward and say anything. But you won't hear every other week.
You guys to give her the credit. And again, even after this video, whatever you do with this, they gonna tell you, oh, she lying. He got her to say all this, but that's not true. But again, I don't need to go out here and clout chase. I have no desire or no need to be famous. I don't want to be on somebody's screen. I don't want to buy my life online. I'm already watching the lie on Tubi that what she say my life was, which it wasn't.
I'm sure they don't want you
I
on the
was a
movie
grown
screen
man
either.
laying in the bed and can't take myself to the bathroom.
He was not.
You couldn't go to the bathroom before the surgery.
He was drinking the Powerade and then using the empty bottles to pee in.
Were you peeing in water bottles?
No, I'm scooting on my.
That part. You couldn't go to the bathroom before the surgery or before you got ran over.
Butt downstairs to get into a wheelchair to go to Walmart.
Did she ever mention that, like in a text message, I'm sorry, or anything that showed her being the one that did that?
Teresa is remorseless on stuff like that. Like the phone, she started off being sorry in the beginning. Like Kima can tell you, like, call and say, I want you back. She started being sorry, offering to come up, take care of me, bring you back. Yeah, but once she realized, oh, he's not taking me back, yeah, she stopped because she couldn't find me. And then again, she talked to a cousin. The cousin, oh yeah, he got a girlfriend.
I'm sure she couldn't find you in the trap house.
He up here, he walking again. He back work. He good again. Oh, I'm a demonizer.
You had the accounts, the offshore accounts and everything.
No, she knew. She knew about it.
She knew about what?
She knew about all the money because again, if she wanted something,
but what
she was
is
able
the,
to go out and buy it.
What I'm saying is, what is the money that you're referring? Because you're saying the money, but
the money I made working, not only just ball, working, my job.
What money are we talking about? Are we talking about $250,000? We talking about under that? What, like?
I'm not telling people how much money I got sitting in the bank account. That's just stupid. I had enough to live very, very comfortably. And I added to what I had to live very, very comfortably because after I was finished with ball, that means getting a job. She didn't pay bills. So again, am I flipping burgers and I'm paying all the bills? No.
So you have money, just not as much as she's alluding to.
I don't know how much money she alluded to because she never gave y'all a figure.
$600,000 cash. That's what she was saying on a house. And you just kept saying that you weren't going to do that for a house.
Okay, listen, $600,000, a lot more than that, triple that.
That you saying that what you have is triple with 600,000.
Then yeah.
So he had all this money, but had to go stay in the trap house with some crackheads to heal. And this random girl from our Facebook dating had to clean your butt. Come on now, dude.
Quadrupled my worth since then.
So quadrupled 600,000 since the time of her telling this story.
When we met, yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay, so you're saying you got that money, you just weren't gonna put that down on the house the way she was saying.
I said I'm not putting that on the house because I simply said there's no children involved, and there's no need for two individuals to leave that size of a house. There's no point. The houses that she looking at, you talking about, one house was 740 square feet, and I'm like, are you? And I said to her, are you crazy?
And you're not willing to show anything from?
No, you know what I mean. Like since the video got started, as many people want to get out and make a TikTok video and say, oh, you know, this, that, and the third, Legion line. You know how many people jumped in my inbox after the series was over with? I'll be your side chick. My girlfriend can attest to that. My sister-in-law can attest to that. She'll tell you.
So the girlfriend must be one of the ones who said, I'll be your girlfriend, your side chick, your bugaboo, your... Because why would your girlfriend attest to that? And her sister? Because if it was me, I'd be like, nope. None of them chicks wanted him. Not my man.
Oh, well, we got phone calls, people FaceTime me, jumping on the phone. First thing they saying to me is, look, I'll be your side chick. I know you got a girlfriend. That's what that created. Gotcha. That's what that created. I've explained the truth so many times to people. It ain't even funny. And she's still jumping on your TV. She lying. She jumping down to Netflix and she lying. And honestly, here's some truth for you. When Tubi took the movie or took her idea and did a movie, I found it funny. I watched the movie. I found it hilarious. Because
the movie came out?
Yes, Tubi, the movie premieres, I think, this weekend. But they sent me the movie.
So you saw the movie early?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why did they have to send it to you early? To be free.
I thought it was funny. It's a lie, but I mean, I thought it was funny. Like the dude in the video who is supposed to be me. I'm like, you could at least got a dude look like me. The lady that plays her, I'm like, well, at least she looked something like her. But like, it's a whole story. It's fictional.
Someone said if Risa never kicked him out on his B-Day, why did he make a Facebook post on his birthday that said he needed to stay somewhere and made a GoFundMe?
I didn't post that. She did. I didn't post anything.
So she hacked in your account?
She did it a couple times. First of all, she didn't kick me on my birthday. I was gone 3 days before my birthday because I celebrated my birthday with friends in Philly. I wasn't even in Atlanta.
You said you shopped at Save a Lot in California. People want to know how that's possible.
Who said I shopped at Save a Lot in California? Man, I used to shop for groceries in a dollar store out in California, like the Dollar Tree. Like I used to go there. I would go to like Save a Lot. I would do whatever I need to do to save that money because any day in arena football might be your last day.
Okay.
I ain't never seen one.
But you making all this money playing arena football. Why you eating at the dollar store? Save a Lot. All of that. When you made so much money riding the bench to begin with.
Is Save a Lot in California? I've never seen one. My realtor that I've dealt with for years is Tori. None of those were friends of mine. The only realtor I've dealt with from 97 on is Tori. That's it.
Once again, a realtor since 1997, and you have moved to Georgia and lived up in Philly. So this realtor moved with you? Like, how is that possible? And in 97, weren't you a freshman in college? Didn't he say he went to he graduated in 97 and started college in 97? Didn't he say that earlier?
From 97 on is Tori. That's it.
All right, y'all, let's read. Hi, I just wanted the Legion, quote unquote, interview on. No, I just watched the Legion interview on YouTube. Is it possible for you to censor my name? I don't any backlash. It's almost like he has a hit list and I want nothing to do with it. I believe I was the only one he mentioned the full name. Please censor my last name at a minimum. Preferably my whole name. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I literally cried when I heard him say it. Like, why? I was born in 1987, so that would have made me 10. Hint, hint. But I have nothing to add to this tangled web of lies. And this is from the realtor he is speaking of. I don't mind to clarify. In the interview, he stated I was his realtor since 1997. This is not true. In 1997, I was 10. Thank you. And right, D-Man, that's what I was saying. He said he graduated high school in 97 and he went to college in 97. So why were you looking for a house if you barely could afford noodles?
So I know she gonna watch this. So I'm gonna speak directly to you, Teresa. I don't care about your movie deal or your clout chasing. I don't care. Don't think I do because I don't. We need to get you some help. Demonizing me if you feel like that's your therapy. You want to get on there on somebody's couch and make up a story.
And y'all see this house in the background? Like when you look through that screen door, it's like a house or a set of houses. Do that look real to y'all, or do that look like a backdrop? I'm just asking for a friend. Because literally this whole interview, nobody has walked by, nobody has passed by. It's just been the same picture the whole time.
That's fine with me, but you need to get you some help. You got somebody over here who unemployed, who can jump on a plane and go to Houston and fly here. You can fly to New York. You can go to Good Morning America and run and tell your story. I gotta get up and go to work. I can't jump on a plane and go right here and tell, a story about a relationship that was 3 years ago. Are you upset because I left? That's what this is. You did 50 parts of a video and then you call people that I don't even talk to. My brother Clout Chase, Christopher James Rogers, that captain, whatever, Clout Chase. That's his thing. That's just what he do. Anybody who got any good sense, they know that. And something I've had to do since she's been doing all this is actually have to go stand in front of my boss, stand in front of board of directors, stand in front of alumni at San Diego State, stand in front of team members and say to them, hey, I'm sorry, offer an apology for something don't have anything to do with me. And it's basically a bitter ex. And now the Tubi movie's out and they stole her idea. Now she want to sue. Now her people reaching out to me saying, oh, well, we want your help to sue them. No, I'm not going to help you demonize me any more than you already did.
So y'all, that was basically the end of part 2. So it's seeming like it's gonna be a part 3 at some point because that did not end right. But yeah, these lies have definitely unfolded and it's making him look even more worse than he looked before. He making himself look worse than what Teresa Tisa had him looking like out here. He just should have sat down, be quiet, and stay in the bushes. So, that's really all I got. Yeah, what do y'all think after hearing all of that? What is the conclusion that y'all have on that? Oop. But yeah, like I said, it's just he just seems to look worse than he did from the beginning. And that's pretty much all I got on it. I mean, like I said, I believe there will be a part 3. The man said he should have just not responded in any way. Right. And then these people he got coming forward to have his back, it's like, are these a reliable and credible source? Because old girl says she met you on Facebook dating. And according to Teresa Tisa, she is, a paid associate, I should say. And like I said before, it was like y'all rehearse certain things, but certain things you were just ad-libbing and throwing her off. Certain things she was saying, she was throwing you off because you was like, yeah, I want to hear it too. Like, it was a bit much, but I don't know. But that's all I got. I was going to try to let me see. Well, yeah, that's all we have for this sesh. Goodness. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, that's all we have for this one. So I guess we're gonna end here. Thanks to everyone who came through to try to check it out. We appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace and love, and as always, be blissful, and yeah, have a good rest of your night. Peace.
I'm so pretty, I'm so fabu, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoos, stuck in these beans like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Down the jersey, on that cartoon. Cause that be natural. Lady D, looking tacky. I keep my game tacky. Yo, yeah, I'm so nappy. Cause that be natural. The infamous. Looking tacky cause I keep my game tacky. I'm so pretty, I'm so fabu, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoos, stuck in these beans like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Down the jersey, on that cartoon, and I'm talking. Cause that be natural. Lady D, looking tacky. I keep my game tacky. Yo, yeah, I'm so nappy. Cause that be natural. The infamous. Looking tacky cause I keep my game tacky. I'm so pretty, I'm so fabu, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoos, stuck in these beans like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, giving these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Down the jersey, on that cartoon, and I'm still on top. Cause that be natural. Lady D, looking tacky. I keep my game tacky. Yo, yeah, I'm so nappy. Cause that be natural. The infamous. Looking tacky cause I keep my game tacky. I'm so pretty, I'm so fabu, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoos, stuck in these